Good morning and welcome to Member Focus Monday. I'm Christina Schaefer, Director of Social Media for HAR, and I am joined by one of my colleagues this morning, Lori Carper. She is HAR's Director of Global and Events. Welcome to the program, Lori.
Thank you, Christina. I'm excited to be here today.
We're excited to have you and talk all things global. We'll talk a little bit about events towards the end, but we want to really focus on global real estate today and really shine some light on this booming market and talk about why specifically Houston has such a big global real estate market. So before we get into all of that, I just want to hear a little bit about you. If you could just tell us your background, who you are, and what you do for HAR.
Certainly, thank you. As Christina said, my name's Lori Carper. I'm the Director of Meetings and Events at HAR and also our global program. So I wear two hats and love them both. I also have the Certified International Property Specialist designation, which we'll talk about a little bit more in the program, or the CIPS as it's affectionately called.
Very good. Now, you are also the liaison to the Global Advisory Group. What is the goal of the Global Advisory Group?
So, the Global Advisory Group exists to help our HR members delve into the exciting world of international real estate. We put together programs and networking events to help y'all learn more about global real estate, how to get started in it. We have about 25 to 30 members of the advisory group, but we have many more that are part of the business network, the Global Business Network.
Okay. And how do members join that advisory group?
So you apply each fall, for the different advisory groups that we have at HAR, and we're only able to take 25 to 30 just due to being able to manage an advisory group. But if you speak another language or specialize in another culture, there's something in your member database that you can enter absolutely free, what language you speak, what culture you specialize in. And currently we have over 8,400 members that are entered into that information system.
Wow, that is amazing. So that's actually something members can set up when they set up their profiles on HAR. They can select what languages they speak and what cultures they specialize in, and then they're just automatically in that group.
Correct. And they're a part of the Global Business Network after that.
That's wonderful. So, how many realtors in the Houston area are representing global clients?
Well, we could say it was the 8,400 that speak another language or specialize in another culture,
Mhm.
but I really feel like there are many more than that. HAR has over 45,000 members, and I would say that a lot of them are participating in a global transaction and don't even realize it. A lot of people think that you've got to be selling property in Belize or Mexico or Europe to be a global practitioner, and you don't. Most of it's inbound transactions here to Houston or Texas. For example, someone from Mexico or Italy might want to move here, and you would be their realtor here. So
Mhm.
that's a global transaction. Or you might have a seller who's here from another country and they want to sell their property, and someone here from Houston buys it. That's a global transaction. So I think a lot of our members are much more involved in global real estate than they realize.
Okay, that's a really good point. So recently you led a study of Houston's global real estate market. I'd love to discuss some of your findings, starting with just of the realtors that are representing global clients, like you just mentioned. Are a majority of them seasoned agents with many years of experience, or are they new? What is the breakdown there?
So each year, thank you for mentioning this survey,
Hmm.
Christina, because each year HAR sends out a global survey to all of our members, and we really want your feedback. We really want you to fill that out and send us the information. We do it each fall. We have a 10-day period where you can answer the questions. We send out gentle reminders to get people to participate. And we found last year in the 2021 survey that those that participate or that are new to global real estate, 3 years or less was about, I want to say, two-thirds of the members that answered the survey had been involved, 3 years or less.
Wow. And so these are just looking what we're looking at here. It's a pretty good gap between the years of experience on here.
Right. It goes all the way up to 20 plus years, right? And
Hmm.
so, but the majority of the people have been involved in global real estate for 3 years or less. So they're just kind of starting to get involved, realize what a global city Houston and the surrounding area is, and starting to have those transactions.
Yeah, very good. So, what types of properties did you find that these global clients are looking for?
Mainly the property types are either purchasing a home, a residential home, or leasing a residential home.
Hmm.
Those are the top two property types that our global inbound clients are looking for.
Okay, so mostly purchases and leases.
Mhm.
So, and now getting into that a little deeper, though, for people that are looking for residential properties, what did you find are some of the features that they are looking for?
Well, I think that they are no different than anyone else that lives here in Houston. Who doesn't want a new kitchen, more outdoor space, a larger home, a dedicated home office, not a bedroom, but a dedicated home office, and new bathrooms? Those are the top things that incoming global clients wanted to have in their home. And I agree. Here to a new kitchen.
Absolutely. Um, I have a lot more questions for Lori, but if you're watching right now and you have questions about global real estate, type those in, and we will take a look at them. Now, moving over to the commercial side, these global clients that are looking for commercial properties, what type of commercial properties are they looking for?
So the top one is multifamily properties in
Mm,
2021. That's what we learned in the 2021 survey, followed closely by office buildings, retail restaurant space, and raw land. Those were the top categories that they were looking for in the commercial realm.
okay, very good. Um, just taking a look here to see if we had any questions. There was something about HAR needs to create a new group for international listings. So we're going to talk a little bit about that a little bit later, actually. So it's great that somebody brought that up. And there's already a question about the CIPS Certified International Property Specialist course as well. So we will get to that in just a little bit because there's a lot of educational opportunities, I believe, Lori, that you're going to share with us today.
Yes, great questions. Thank you.
Okay, very good. So now I always enjoy this part of the Houston Realtor magazine where we kind of break down where people are visiting har.com from all the different countries. Of the global buyers in the information that you got in that survey, what countries are most of these global buyers from?
Well, so Texas ranks right behind California and Florida for the number of global buyers that are buying here. We make up 9% of the global buyers in the United States, which is a really high number. So only behind Florida and California. So we truly are the third coast, right? Texas
Mm-hmm.
is the third coast. So our buyers in order are from Mexico, India, the United Kingdom, China, followed closely by Canada. Those are our five areas, countries of the world that are interested in buying in Texas.
Okay, very good. Now, do we know, and I'm sure you got some data at least, but do we know why? I just find it so interesting. We love Houston. We hear amazing things about Houston, but why are global clients interested in Houston?
So the answers haven't really changed much over the last 6 years that we've done this survey and
Mm-hmm.
kept the results. Number one is, investment opportunities. Houston
Mm-hmm.
is a great place to invest. And so that's the number one answer. It has been for years. Also, careers, job opportunities here in Houston abound. So they're moving here for jobs and quality of life. Those are the top three. But the fourth one is our multicultural population. So
Mm,
Houston really is where the rest of the United States is going to be in the next 20 or 25 years, if not sooner. So we're kind of the cutting edge, if you will, of global for the rest of the United States to follow.
excellent. Um, how are these global clients finding a realtor? Is it the same as local clients, or is it Google? How are they finding a realtor?
Well, pretty much, it's through a previous client referral, right? Referrals are always a top way for a realtor to find their clients, and also personal contact, someone that they've met, maybe someone in their neighborhood or at their church or an activity that they participate in that they know. And
Mm-hmm.
also, the top number three answer is HAR.com. So, yay, HAR.com. That's one of the top three spots where they find their realtors.
Okay, very good. Well, over the last couple of years, so much has switched to virtual, and virtual tours and virtual open houses, they existed prior to March of 2020, but they've become more and more important. How has the rise of virtual tours and virtual open houses impacted the global real estate market in Houston?
Well, virtual tours have seen consistent growth year over year. And in the survey that we did last year, 67% of those that answered said virtual tours have helped them in working with their global clientele. I mean, can you imagine you've got a client, they're in, let's just say India, and they want to purchase a home in Houston, and you can take them on a tour virtually. How much time does that save them to know, one, I'm interested, or two, this just isn't going to fit the bill? I
Mm,
mean, it's just phenomenal, the virtual tours and how that's really opened up global real estate.
yeah, absolutely. Just kind of taking a look. I see a few more questions, and I think we could probably go ahead and talk about some of these questions now. And if you have more questions for Lori, go ahead and type them in. We so Afzal, I hope I pronounced that correctly. Afzal was asking, how can someone qualify for leases? So, Lori, I don't know if you have an answer there, but I guess if somebody's looking to lease and they are from another country, are there specific forms, are there standards, or is this kind of every realtor creates their own?
That's a great question. I don't know the answer to
Okay.
that about leasing.
Hmm.
But I can certainly find out. If you will send me your email address, please email me at
Hmm.
Lori, Lori, at HR.com, and I will find out for you. And that kind of makes me think about our global learning labs that we have put together since the pandemic began. We've
Hmm.
got a virtual global learning lab every quarter. The next one's June 22nd, and you can come for an hour and ask your global questions. That'd be a perfect one to ask, but we'll get you an answer to that question before then. But just as an example, we've got this global lab available for y'all.
Excellent, excellent. And we can put a link to some information about that in the comments for everybody. So Lily had asked about just a way to categorize all of the global. Tell us about the Global Information Exchange and how can members access it?
Sure. So we're really excited about the Global Information Exchange, or the GIE for short. Um, we have an Area 82 in the HAR MLS where you can currently input your international listings, but you do need to follow all the rules of the MLS. And that can be difficult or a challenge at time for sellers that don't understand signing a agreement to input their listing into the MLS
Hmm.
when they want to put it all over the world, right? So we've decided to instead get rid of Area 82, but move over to a global information exchange. There'll still be rules and regulations, but you can now put in a co-marketing agreement as well as a seller's agreement. So it will open up opportunities for some realtors to input their listings that couldn't before.
Hmm.
So right now we're doing beta testing with our global advisory group. They're our guinea pigs, so to speak. They're putting in their global listings into the GIE and letting us know how that works, what it looks like, what they don't like. And we expect to have that out and to the HAR members before or by the end of this year.
That's wonderful. And Lily, who had asked the question, said yes. She is very excited. She has
Yay.
27 listings in Panama and Colombia, so she's looking forward
Great.
to that. Great.
Great.
Very good. So, thank you for explaining that, Lori. I think that's going to be really exciting and a huge benefit for our members. Something else that's coming up even sooner than that, next week actually, is HR's Global Day. Can you tell us what is Global Day and how can members sign up for it?
Of course. Yes, Global Day is a week from tomorrow. It's Tuesday, May 10th. We're really excited because it's going to be in person. We're so excited to be back in person together. We're going to be at Cornerstone Lending's office on the West Loop South. It's 6 hours of CE credit. It includes lunch and an after hours reception. We're going to have topics about cryptocurrency and real estate, FERPTA 101, buying in Belize, just a whole variety of courses or sessions being taught that day. We're also going to have Dr. Jim Gaines from the Texas Real Estate Center from Texas A&M open up our session that morning. So we're really excited to have him as our guest speaker, and think it's going to be a great day. Seating is limited and
Mhm.
we're almost at capacity. So if you're interested, please go to har.com/edu and type in Global Day and you can register.
Wonderful. We can share a link for that in the comments as well. Now, are there qualifications to attend Global Day, Lori? Do you already need to be representing global clients or have a global listing?
The only thing you need is an interest in learning more about global real estate. So, if you're interested at all in getting involved, this sounds interesting. I might want to do it.
Mhm.
I'm not really sure what it's all about. Please come. Please join us. I think it's going to be a great day. We've tried to put together some topics that you might not have thought of in global real estate just to help you and assist you. That's really our purpose with the global program at HAR, is to help you succeed in your global real estate career.
Wonderful. Carolyn's asking, is Global Day just once a year?
It is just once a year. Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
All right. And that actually leads us into another. Carolyn asked another question, which was about CIPS. And I'd love to hear, in addition to Global Day, all of the educational opportunities that you have coming up. So let's start with Carolyn. Carolyn's question here with CIPS.
Sure. So CIPS, please don't pronounce it SIPS. It's CIPS. It's kind of like HAR. Please don't say HAR.
Yeah.
We're not pirates, right? That's kind of the pet peeve that we have. CIPS, Certified International Property Specialist, quite a mouthful. We're having the Institute, which means we're having 5 courses. So you can receive the NAR designation, the CIPS. It's
Mm.
going to be held in late September and early October. It's a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Monday, Tuesday pattern. So you have the weekend to recover, study, do your regular real estate job, right? Because it is a lot. It's a 40-hour continuing education credit institute, and you learn tons of things. I've taken
Mhm.
it. It's about different countries, how to work with people from different countries. It's about currency conversion, financing, just all different sorts of things. And it's going to be taught this year in late September. I believe the price is $4.99,
Mhm.
which is a lot less than it used to be. So that's awesome. One thing that's gone down, right, in the era of inflation is the CIPS is less than it used to be. So we'd love to have you join us. It is going to be held online. And one reason that we started doing that a couple years ago was, of course, due to the pandemic. But now we can get such great speakers to join us online and talk to you about different countries, how to practice real estate with someone from Canada or from India or from Mexico. They don't have to travel here and make the class more expensive. So,
Yeah.
and also, yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. We can also have members from all across the state of Texas participate. So you meet people, just like yourself, realtors that are interested in global real estate, but they're in another city. So you could work with them in the future. So we're really excited about the CIPS.
That is excellent. That sounds like it's going to be a great program, and you're right. That sounds about half the price that it used to be. So,
Exactly.
in addition to that, you mentioned labs earlier. Can you tell us a little bit more about labs and any other educational opportunities for global?
Sure. So the Global Business Lab was developed also during the pandemic because we were online only and we wanted to find a way to reach our members. So we put together this Global Business Lab where it's held quarterly. It's for an hour. We have our legal counsel, Grant Harpold, on there, our current Global Advisory Chair, Enid Clellan, as well as our former immediate past chair, Richard Miranda, who's quite versed in
Mhm.
global real estate. That's our panel. And people just log on. They don't have to make an appointment. It's kind of like our other labs that we have at HAR that are held weekly. But this is quarterly, and you can ask your questions, stay on for as long or as short as you want to, and just ask your questions. If we don't know the answer, we will find out for you.
Very good. I took the At Home with Diversity class from Richard Miranda a couple of years ago. He's an excellent instructor. And he's actually also taught the CIPS class as well, hasn't he?
Right, and he's
Yeah.
going to teach it this year. And he was CIPS Instructor of the Year, voted on by his NAR peers several years ago. So quite an honor. So yes, he's really a great instructor. I'm glad you enjoyed his class. I also wanted to mention the Global Business newsletter that we put out quarterly. There'll be one coming out in May. And that's sent to those that have signed up that speak another language or specialize in another culture, aka our Global Business Network, the 8,408 members that we currently have, that are in their member finder,
Mhm.
database, that they've got that information, their member profile, that they speak another language or specialize in another culture. They receive our global newsletter on a quarterly basis. Other projects that we have coming up, other than the CIPS, outside of global, if you
Mhm.
want me to kind of delve into that,
Yes, we'd love to hear
okay,
about. Mhm.
I'll switch gears, right? So, the Engage Conference, which is our member conference that we have each year, is going to be back in person this year after 2 years of being online. And we're really excited. It's going to be at the Norris Conference Center at City Center. We are going to have a streaming component for the keynote speakers, but not for the entire day, not for all of the classes, just for three of the keynote sessions. So, most will be in person. That's going to be on Friday, October 14th. Registration will open in August. Another big event coming up is Realtor Celebration, which is where we install our new board of directors for the next year. We honor two award winners, and it's just a great chance to network and meet people and see others that you haven't seen in a while. That'll be at the Houston Country Club on December 15th. And I know that seems like a long time away, but it will be here before you know it because it's already May.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. So save the dates. I'm so looking forward to our Engage conference this year. It's always a really exciting day, and for I know we have so many new members that have never intended or attended, excuse me, an in-person Engage conference. You will love it. So save the date for that. We did have a question come in from Lily. Just about the testing, you mentioned the testing of the GIE, Global Information Exchange. So, how is that testing taking place? Can members still add listings into Area 82 of the MLS?
Those are great questions, Lily. Thank you for asking. Yes, you can still input your listings into Area 82 of the MLS for now, and we will give you ample notice that that's going to be, switched over to the GIE to give you opportunity to put it into the GIE once it's up and running. So don't worry, we'll keep it in Area 82 until it's time to switch over to the GIE. The beta testing is going well. We're getting good comments from our advisory group. We're making some slight changes. We're also working on the agreements, the co-marketing and the seller's agreement, just to make those perfect for you when we do get ready to launch. There will be a subscription form that you fill out, similar to the commercial gateway, which is also an information exchange. And as of right now, we're just still working on that and getting that all tightened up and made the best that it can be before we release it.
Wonderful. And thank you for that question, Lily. Well, Lori, you've shared a lot of great information this morning. Is there anything else that you want our members to know?
Well, I just want people to know that global real estate is an exciting market niche, and Houston is the best place to get started, right? I mean, we are 20 to 25 years ahead of the rest of the United States, so this is the place to start. Our advisory group has been recognized by NAR Global as a diamond group, and that's big honor, right? That's our top honor. And it's been that way since 2018. And we want to keep that going, build that momentum. We really want to encourage you to fill out our survey in the fall. And reach out to me if you have any global questions. I'm Lori, Lori, at HAR.com. And Christina, thank you for having me today.
Thank you so much for joining us, Lori. And we've got some thank yous. Peggy Pentecost just said, "Great job, Lori. Way to represent." So thank you for that. So that is it for this Member Focus Monday. But I want to go ahead and let everyone know about next week's Member Focus Monday. May is Mental Health Awareness Month. And with that in mind, we are going to bring on a mental health expert, Dr. Asim Shah, with Baylor College of Medicine. And he is going to be talking about maintaining mental health in times of high stress. I think we're all under high stress. Just given the market, we're all under high stress right now. So we're going to be speaking with Dr. Shah next Monday. So be sure to tune in for that. And with that, that is it for this Member Focus Monday. I hope you all have a wonderful week. Bye-bye.